Hey fam, thank you once again for tuning in to Finally Wayne. I hope y'all enjoyed the prank featuring my brother and my niece. What made that prank so good is we didn't get the reaction that we expected. For those that know my brother on a personal level, ish can get real quick. We was expecting him to go crazy, like where the nigga at, and call my brother Blizz, and then oh Lord, geez, them two. If you know, you know. But I'm coming to y'all tonight with 9 questions, fun-filled questions, life skills, and also relationship. So, it revolves around all three, just 9. I usually do 10 at a time, but tonight I'm just doing 9. So we're going to move on. Number 1 is if you could travel back in time, what year would you travel to and why? If you could travel back in time, what year would you travel to and why? I would say back to the 80s when all my family was still alive. That's I would definitely travel back. I would do it over again. Lost so many, grandmother, aunts, uncles, cousins, back to the 80s when everybody was still here. That's what I would say to that one. But we're gonna move on. I want to hear y'all in the comment section. Y'all know I love the communication when y'all communicate. Number 2, what would you say are some of life's greatest challenges? What would you say are some of life's greatest challenges? I said becoming totally financially stable. That's a great, challenge that, we all face. I mean, having everything that you need is a great thing, but I mean like, walking into a store and you could just get whatever you want, like being financially stable where you could have your wants as well as your needs. So that's what I say. I want to hear y'all with number 2 as well. We're gonna move on to number 3. 3 qualities that attracts you to someone. 3 qualities that attracts you to someone. Number 1, I would definitely say intelligence because it's very important that you be concerned, with how somebody thinks because clearly how they thinks is how they're gonna react. So that's very important. It's not all about the looks here. I talked about that in the other video. Being very concerned about how somebody thinks because that's how they're gonna react in every situation and around you. And I want to hear y'all. Number 3 as well. Number 4, we're gonna move on. This one is a fun-filled one. What's the worst butt whooping you can remember? What happened? The worst butt whooping when you was younger that you can remember. I would say, and me and my cousins, we laugh about this all the time. I was obsessed with. I don't know if y'all remember the movie Willow with all the midgets. My cousin Tiffany, she was very afraid of dogs, always like very scared of dogs. you know. So we grew up around the craziest pit bull ever, Chaos, and he was chaotic. All right, so he lived downstairs on the first floor. My mother and father owned a house on Arthur Street, and his owner was Scooter, one of my brother friends. So Chaos is in the window, barking, going crazy. My cousin Tiffany is at the window. She's banging. Wayne, let me in. And I'm at the top of the stairs. Hi, I'm Willow Offgood, the great saucer. And she just banging and banging, like, please, let me in. So she gets so mad and so scared that she takes her fist, balls it up, and punches through the glass. So she punched through the glass, cut her hand up. My father, oh my lord, he came out. He like, what happened? What happened to her hand? What the? And he going all crazy. Oh my lord. And she was like, Wayne, he wouldn't let me in, and Chaos was at the window, and I was scared, so I bust the window. My father beat my ass. So that was the worst butt whooping I could actually remember. I want to hear y'all's. I want to hear and tell me what happened as well. Number 5, we're gonna move on. What's the difference of loving someone versus being in love with them? With that one, I say you can have love for someone, but being in love with them, falling in love with them means to you accepted them as a total person. You accepted the total person, their flaws and all. So it's levels to that, you know. And I want to hear y'all as well because everybody got their opinions, and like I told y'all, opinions do matter. I learned that when I started my live stream because they, a lot of their opinions help me to look at things like in a different manner, you know. So that's why I say they matter. We're gonna move on. I want to hear y'all for number 5. What's the difference of loving someone versus being in love with them? Number 6, if you could choose your dreams, what would you choose to dream about? If you could choose your dreams, what would you choose to dream about? I would say my deceased loved ones who I miss so dearly. As I said in the other question, I lost a lot of loved ones that I didn't even imagine would be gone at this time. So if I could choose my dreams, I would just dream about them. At least I would have them in my dreams, because I don't have them in reality anymore. Even though they stay, TD Jakes, he made it plain and clear, and it's so true. He said, when your loved ones pass away, they never leave you out inwardly. They leave you outwardly because they always stay in your heart. You always chuckle at something that you think about that they used to do, or how they used to like talk, or things like that. But we're gonna move on to number 7. When all the chips are down, how do you want your life to be? When all the chips are down, how do you want your life to be? How do you want your life to end up? I would say a healthy relationship, my daughter prospering like I know that she can and will, my mother healthy, my siblings all, healthy, and, just everybody around me, right? Prospering and in good health. That's what I would, because you can't be wealthy without being healthy. You can't spend money while you're sick. You gotta, you know, you gotta get that health together too. And I'm trying to do other things myself when it comes to, health wise, eating and all of that. You know, we're gonna move on to number 8. I want to hear y'all for number 7 as well. You already know I love the communication. What would you rather someone be attracted to besides your looks? I would say my intelligence, my big heart, you know, like definitely. Like I want them to be concerned by how I think because that's how I'm going to react. Like I said with the other question. Okay. Number 9, what are some of the red flags to obey at the beginning of a relationship? Some of the red flags to obey at the beginning of a relationship. I can only speak from my experience. I would say sometimes ex baggage because they could possibly still be, into their ex and using you as that stepping stool. So you got to be careful with that. And sometimes, a lot of times, they didn't even heal yet. And if you didn't heal from your last relationship, then you shouldn't be dating anybody. That's how you end up bleeding on people that didn't cut you. And, so no, definitely not. And number 9, that was actually the last one. I want to hear from y'all. Communicate with me. Communicate with me, guys. There's going to be a lot of more pranks, Q&As. I got great Q&As set up, etc. Like all of that. So I want y'all to tune in. I encourage you to stay tuned and, be sure to like, comment, and also subscribe so you'll always know when I'm going to upload a new video. All right. You guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. I love you all. Make sure y'all hit that comment section. Have a great night. I love you. Bye-bye now.